The meeting will now come to order. The time is now 2:32 on Monday, June 6, 2022. This is a special meeting of the Executive Committee of the District of Columbia Commission on the Arts and Humanities. My name is Reggie Van Lee, Chairperson of the Commission and Chair of the Committee. The purpose of this special meeting is the consideration of a sponsorship request for the Juneteenth 2022 Ward 8 Youth Oratory Contest and Art Exhibition. Notice of the meeting was posted on the Commission's website, dcarts.dc.gov, on the DC Office of Open Government's Central Meetings calendar. I'll now call the roll. When you hear your name, please answer present. Gretchen.
Present.
Rona.
Present.
Hector. Kimber.
Present.
Quanice. Maggie. We don't have Hector, Quanice, or Maggie?
No, I don't.
Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, but with me, we're 4, so we have a quorum, correct?
Oh,
Correct.
you can't count as a, no, you can't count as a quorum, but you can vote.
So we don't yet have a quorum.
No,
That's right.
he counts
that's
as a
right.
quorum. Why does he not count?
No, Jeff
shares
Lee
the-
wrote that he doesn't count as a quorum if you, that's what we,
He-
for the quorum number, but he can vote.
For the other committees, but he chairs this one.
I don't think we made a distinction in our bylaws. So if it's a distinction without merit, we have to redo it, put it in our bylaws. But I'm happy to do it that way and have a quorum, but that's not what we said.
Right, because he's, the thing is, because he's obligated to be here as the chair of this committee, whereas, so he has to count for the quorum.
I'm not ex officio as I am on other committees. I'm actually a member of this committee.
Correct.
Okay, perfect. That's it. Then we have a quorum.
A quorum is present. This is a meeting of a public body held in open session in accordance with Open Meetings Act, DC Law, DC Official Code 2-571 and 2-580. The meeting is being conducted remotely using the Cisco web meeting platform and is being live streamed to the Commission's YouTube channel. An electronic recording of the meeting will be available for viewing online following the conclusion of the meeting. I will now read the land acknowledgement. Every community owes existence and vitality to just around the world who contributed their hopes, dreams, and energy that led to this moment. Some were brought here against their will, some were drawn to leave their distant homes in hope of a better life, and some have lived on this land for more generations than can be counted. Truth and acknowledgement are critical to building mutual respect and connection across all barriers of heritage and difference. We begin this effort to acknowledge what has been buried by honoring the truth. We stand on the ancestral lands of the CAH and the Piscataway people. We pay respects to their elders, past and present. Please take a moment to consider the many legacies of violence, displacement, migration, and settlement that bring us together here today. And please join us in uncovering such truths at any and all public events, and to use such truths to guide the legacy of this Arts Commission. Once again, the purpose of today's meeting is the consideration of a sponsorship request for the Juneteenth 2022 Ward 8 Youth Oratory Contest and Art Exhibition. The sponsorship request was sent to Commissioner Gretchen Warden by Reverend Sylvia McDonald Kaufman on May 14th, 2022. Commissioner Warden subsequently forwarded the request to the Executive Committee. The Commission currently does not have a formal sponsorship program in place. However, our recently revised bylaws give the Executive Committee the authority to approve expenditures of no more than $3,500 for arts and humanities purposes, including but not limited to grants, events, programs, or training of the board, as long as its purpose is in accordance with CAH Council appropriations. It's based on that authority that we are considering this request today. With that in mind, is there a motion to approve this sponsorship request?
How much is it for?
Gretchen, do you want to speak to that?
They requested 3,000, but when I was told the limit was 25,
I think that's right. I think 2,500 is our limit.
What Reggie just said, 35.
Bylaws, I
No.
had Jeff, bylaws say that the limit is 3,500.
In the bylaws, it says 3,500. As far as the payment vehicle about how this would be done, the quickest route would be on the P card, which has a limit of 2,500.
But
Otherwise, we'd have
just
to go
let's be
through.
clear. Let's be clear though, Jeff. The bylaws say that we have the authority up to 3,500. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. But if we
Okay,
want to get
that's
the
my
payment to them
mistake. I thought
quickly,
it was 2,500. I'm sorry.
no problem. But if we want to get the payment to them quickly, the only method by which we can get it to them quickly is a P card, and it has a max of 2,500. So that's just full information for the committee. But we can either go with the 2,500 as a request and get the money immediately, or try to break it up, 2,500 now and another 1,000 later. It's up to
Can't do that.
you all how you do that. I'm sorry.
We can't break up something like that. That's against the P card rules. So
Okay.
it's a one payment, one time.
Okay, then I would modify the motion to be the 2,500.
Okay. So that's the amount. So I will ask again. Is there a motion to approve a sponsorship request for $2,500?
So moved.
Second.
Second. It has been moved and second to approve the sponsorship request. The floor is now open for discussion. Gretchen, do you want to lead the discussion?
Yes, I think it's certainly a worthwhile project. I am modifying it because they are in desperate need of funding to plan this event, which is only like a week and a half away. They are in one of our targeted areas and of targeted recipients for this type of award.
Any other discussion? I mean, we had discussions via email on this, but I want to make sure if there are any voices that haven't been heard. Kimber, I don't know if you participated in the email discussions. Did you have a question, comment, anything on this topic?
I don't. I'm in support of moving forward the 2,500.
Good. And Hector, Quadis, and Meg have not joined, to my knowledge.
Correct.
Good. So it's been moved in second. I will now call the roll for your votes. Gretchen,
Yes.
Rona,
Yes.
Kimber,
Yes.
and my vote is a yes as well. So it passes. And we will move to use the P card approach to get that money to them. In separate conversation, we will talk about how we handle future such requests and some concerns I have from the process of when this request first went to staff and the amount of time that it languished before it got here that caused this sort of emergent situation. We'll clean all that up, but know that we'll proceed with this. We will try to make sure that in the future we handle this the most efficient and effective way. Any
Thank
other
you, Reggie.
conversation?
I'm sorry?
I was asking if there's any other conversation on that topic.
I have a quick.
No,
Go
I
ahead,
would say,
Gretchen.
I was going to say thank you, and I'd like to get Jeff in contact with the organization so that we can make sure we are listed appropriately as a sponsor.
Okay.
So thank you. The time is now 2:41. There being no further business before this committee, the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you all.